Picking up from the last episode, after a lovely but incredibly cold snorkel here in Cuan Sound, Tim had a makeshift shower on the deck, defrosted with a coffee, and then we prepared to head off and continue our journey.
Okay, so we are on the way. Anchor came up with a little bit of effort. As predicted, it was well and truly buried and came up with a massive chunk of mud on it, but meant for the boat pulled it out pretty nicely. Plus our human windlass is yet to break down, so still working okay. Super calm and nice out here. Can't see the sort of standing wave that is normally at the entrance, but I'm sure it'll be there at some point, although it should be pretty much slack water right now. I think we've hopefully timed it pretty well if the chart's telling the truth. So yeah, I'm just going to motor out of here, see where the wind's doing, and see if we can't do a little bit of sailing on the way down to Loch Melfort. Crazy exit. We were just going literally sideways for a minute then, with the current pushing us out. Pretty crazy. We're just sat in the middle of the whirlpools on the exit here. It looks like almost like jello, but that's just because it's just swirling around. And it's crazy. Like I say, we were based on our GPS track and the direction we're going there versus our compass track, we were 90 degrees off, so we were traveling 90-degree angle to where we were pointing. It's crazy, but yeah, I just gave it a bit more power on the engine, just so you get a bit more positive control, and yeah, and then they just go with it. It's pushing us in the right direction, even if the boat's not pointing in the right direction. So, but yeah, you can imagine you catch this at the wrong time with the wrong wind, it would get pretty crazy pretty quickly. A couple of minutes we'll be out of here, so no drama. You think Mummy wants you to sit on her? That way she's in that position. No matter how awkward you make it, Mummy, I'm still sitting on you. So you're gonna fall asleep on it.
So we have made it here to our anchorage on Loch Melfort, and it is absolutely stunning here, and really nice shelter spot that we're in. So yeah, really happy that we chose this spot. I'm not too sure what we're going to do tonight, but tomorrow I am definitely going to be going ashore and doing some exploring. We're not heading off till later in the day because we don't really have a schedule of where we have to be tomorrow. So tomorrow, yeah, morning, I'm going to take full advantage of that and go for a nice walk in the woods here and hopefully see some red squirrels. Fingers crossed. So I've come to shore with Skylar because I wanted to fly my drone, and the evenings seem to be the better time for it because the winds have totally dropped, and it's been the same the last few nights, but I haven't bothered my ass to do it. So today I was like, right, we'll get up, we should do it. So we did, and I think I got some pretty good shots. I actually saw some seals in the water, so I got some top down footage of that. The drone I've got is the DJI Mini 2, so it's quite an old drone in sort of drone standards, and it's not the best at low light, and it is pretty dark here for that sort of drone. So we'll see. Hopefully it's come out all right, but I won't know until I get it onto my computer. But yeah, very much worthwhile coming out to do that. So I'll try again, I think, the next few nights if it's nice and calm, and yeah, get off my butt and go fly the drone.
So good morning, or technically good afternoon. We've had a pretty peaceful night over here at Loch Melfort. Joe's been off on a adventure this morning, getting lost in the woods, hence we're a little bit late to get going. Plan for today is initially we're going to go a very short distance just over there to Qin Sound, I think it is. It's part of Loch Melfort, but I think it's called Qin Sound. And the reason being that there is supposedly a shop over there, and we've run out of milk, we've run out of bread. We could do a bit of salad for dinner, plus it looks like they do really nice cakes on the website, so that's always a good thing. And as it's there, so we're not sure, we're either going to go over there, drop the anchor and go ashore, or if it looks difficult to anchor, then we might sort of drive by, kick either myself and Skylar or Joe and Skylar out in the dinghy, and then whoever's left on the boat can go and circle out in the bay whilst the other person rushes to the shop and gets us some supplies. So after that, the plan is to head down south a little bit towards Loch Craignish. There's a couple of bays on the way down there which we'll probably anchor for our second to last night. We want to just be close so we can nip into Loch Craignish for tomorrow night, and then we're ready to sort of go into the marina early the next day, start unloading and getting ourselves prepped for heading home, because unfortunately this trip is coming to a close. But anyway, enough rabbiting, let's get this anchor pulled up and get over to the shop.
Right, so Tim has gone to shore with Skylar to walk to the village store here at Qin Sound, and it's about, it's just under a mile, it's 0.8 miles, so it's going to be probably a bit. I'll probably be on my own for about an hour on the boat, so my job is to make sure we don't drift and crash into anything. So hopefully I won't need to do anything. There's really light wind, so yeah, I just got to keep an eye on the depth gauge, make sure it doesn't go below 2 meters. It shouldn't do, like I said, it's really light wind and the tide is coming up, so as long as Tim has hauled the dinghy up high enough, I shouldn't have anything to worry about.
I'm making the it's about a half-mile walk to the village shop, which hopefully will be open. Yeah, so go here, get some supplies for tonight and tomorrow night, and then we can head on south, find somewhere to anchor for tonight. I always regret wearing this really thick jumper and my sailing trousers. Woo, it's hot when you try to walk, that is. Anyway, hopefully the store is just around the corner, and at least from the photos online they have some pretty amazing cakes there, so that'll make the journey worthwhile, I think. Okay, mission accomplished. The shop was a little less stocked than the imagery on the internet suggested, I must say. So I wasn't actually able to get that much beyond. Got some bread, got some milk, got a cake, no salad or fresh stuff like that. There was a couple of old carrots there, but we don't need carrots, and no beer. I'm out of beer, but I'm sure I can survive a couple of nights without beer. I'm not sure.
So Tim is now back at the boat, and thankfully we didn't drag or anything, so I didn't have to worry too much about trying to keep the boat alive. So we're just hauling anchor now, and we're going to head off for our adventure today, and hopefully get something to eat in a bit, because I am very, very hungry, and it's like 1:30 already. We've not eaten yet.
So we've refueled, as in our stomachs, with the supplies I got at the shop, and we're on our way now out of Loch Melfort. We're still motoring just because we got going and cooking food, plus because of the batteries are knackered, we can only really run the fridge when the engine's running, so we need to run it for a couple of hours just to cool the fridge down and get power in the batteries for everything else. It's about 9 miles I think we're going today. I have an idea of where we're going to go, but we're going to just keep an eye on the weather, because certainly it's not sheltered from the south. I think that's fine with the wind for tonight, but yeah, it'd be nice to have a peaceful night tonight. Yeah, so once we get out of Loch Melfort, we're going to turn left, head south. We're heading to a bay. I don't know if it's got a name, but it's kind of sheltered by a set of rocks called Black Rocks. I spent a night there when I was on my own earlier in the trip. It's pretty nice. Often get lots of seals in there and lots of birds and things like that, so might be good for Joe to do some wildlife photography. But yeah, we'll have to see. Wind's pretty steady. I think what I'm going to do once we make this turn is put the sail out and fully put the engine into neutral and just let it run in neutral whilst we make the run south to our bay. But not raining yet, bit of blue sky above, so yeah, can't complain. Not a bad day in general. All the gooses, all that yummy goose poo. The puppy feast. No. Okay, so we have arrived at Black Rocks. You see them sticking out the water, maybe behind me. There's already a boat in the bay. That's fine, there's plenty of room for a little boat like us to sneak in next to them. The way into this bay is a little bit tricky. I mean, it's not too bad, but you know, there's quite a lot of submerged rocks and things like that that you just got to thread the needle through. But between our navionics and the Antares charts, it should be fine. So I'm just going to get us lined up and then I'll go and set up the anchor. I got a kangaroo baby. Little Joey. So we're successfully anchored. Took us a couple of goes. Just do a thing, not ending up in exactly the right position we wanted to be after we laid out the chain. But now, yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. We're not quite as tucked in the shelters as you could be, but you know, like I said, there's already a boat in here behind us, so they got the best spot. We are slightly in view of the Gulf Carvecchian, which I mentioned it before, but just in case you missed it, that's considered one of the most sort of dangerous passages in the world. Probably certainly in the top 10. Fortunately though, the wind's not coming from that direction today, so we shouldn't worry about swell coming in off there. And what little wind there is now is going to be dying down the next couple of hours, so should be a very peaceful night. There's literally nothing here. It's one of the nice things about all the nice anchorages up here is completely away from civilization. No houses, no sign of mankind whatsoever, well, other than a few sheep, but we can tell ourselves that they're wild undomesticated sheep, I guess. So yeah, no, really nice. But we actually are just over the hill here is Ardvern, where we need to end up in a day or so. So yeah, it's about 4 o'clock now, so I'm just going to chill out for a bit and enjoy the rest of this lovely evening.
We had a lovely chilled evening on the boat, heading to shore at sunset to take in the absolutely stunning views. Join us next time as we head into Loch Craignish for our final night on anchor, before heading into Ardfern, where we will be leaving Hattrick over the summer.